Skyrim versus Dark Souls. All right, let's do it.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates.
Also, Dark
That's
Souls
right,
has to
our
win this, right,
Brandon
chat?
Yates.
I mean, looking at how broken some Dark Souls stuff is, there's no way. Oh yeah, we watched it last week, Kidlink. It was good.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The last Dragonborn.
Look, guys, some of the Dark Souls abilities are insane. Like, think about the redstone, like, tier ring and stuff like that. Technically, you never die. You just keep coming back. How do you beat that? Yeah, how do you beat that?
Savior of Skyrim.
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embraced their destinies and stared down the very gods themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls.
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals
you can
and movesets
infinitely
due to being
level up.
role-playing protagonists, for this death battle, we're giving them everything they
do
have
they-
and maxing out
So
all
here's my question. Are they going to take into account only Dark Souls 1 or all of the other Dark Souls? Even still, Dark Souls 1 has such broken stuff. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Totally possible in game if you're willing to grind. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I mean, even have, like,
Our
abilities
story
that heal you when you
begins
kill
at
stuff.
the end. The great
Or, like,
cities of
regeneration
old
and
have
things like that.
collapsed. The heroes are dead or mad.
Okay,
and the
first Dark
golden
Souls,
age
got you.
is over. Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay down and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But
Guys,
there is a
there's
prophecy
so many
of a
things in
chosen
Dark Souls that
undead
are
who will journey
broken.
to Lordran,
Again,
the
guys, the redstone tiering, pyromancy is insane.
home of the
There's
gods
so
and
many things
save
that you
the
can do with
world.
that.
Rotting away in an asylum, all
I
it
know,
took
Renas,
was an assist from an
Stuff is
unlucky
always
knight and a
depressing.
giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw their way through
Yeah,
their
no
progenitors'
spoilers, no
forgotten
spoilers.
homeland.
And it helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now they might slowly lose their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them
No
as
big
much
deal, no
time
big
as
deal.
they need to get good.
No big deal.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest.
Chili's.
They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what
I sent him
can
into
only
Chili's
describe
at the
as a
beginning of
toilet demon. And they
Yeah,
get their
literally,
souls
you can
torn
travel
from their
through fucking
very
time,
body,
chat.
Because undead humans don't
Heal
need their souls
yourself.
to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy
Then again,
sunny
I do have
tea
to admit, guys, I'm not very familiar with Skyrim. So this might be a learning experience for me. Maybe they can still win. I don't
They're
know.
good to go. If do it, they can
No,
shut
it's just
off
Dark
all
Souls 1,
magic in the
apparently.
vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing
Yeah, I was gonna say, they also have like spells where like even if they die, they come back, things like that. So there's so many amazing, very strong OP spells. And that's not even counting all the rings that they have in the game too.
anyone from speaking any spells aloud, including themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention
That's
paid
Dark
to
Souls
the
3.
stamina bar, the chosen undead was
Yes, you
rolling
got
their
it,
way to
Scarlet.
victory.
A
What's up,
rule
Cal?
so
Can they give it
powerful
25
it
months?
bends the laws of space and warps them through attacks like they weren't even
I love
there.
that.
Though sometimes it doesn't work and
Hilarious.
it's bullshit.
That's just a game
That's
mechanic,
funny.
but great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed of chaos, the mother of all demon kind, and Calamine,
The most
the
annoying
strongest
boss of all
surviving
time.
ancient dragon.
That was when the chosen undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. and not only defeat him, but accomplish the
beat
greatest feat
Artorias.
attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus,
Yep, beat
the
Manus
father of
as
the
well.
abyss that threatened to consume the world.
Oh my god, I gotta be real, chat. Manus is so annoying. He has so many things like going for him when you fight him. I really don't like Manus. There's a lot of bosses that are really like good, but Manus, in my opinion, I hate that boss. He is not fun to
Even
fight.
beating other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the
Yes,
best buddy in all
I didn't even mind
gaming,
Artorias.
Solaire.
I like
Praise the sun,
Artorias.
bro. And
Manus
soon
was the
they
one
were
I didn't
approached
like.
by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is
Oh my
why
god, it
we
is
have
not
a
that
true expert
convoluted.
in the realms of nerdom to explain
That's not even close to like Kingdom Hearts. What are you
it
talking
for
about?
us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's story time, kids.
Okay, but I will say this about Dark Souls. The plot of the story is continued through the item descriptions, which is kind of wild. That's kind
In
of
the
wild.
beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life, and with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods were granted immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity.
Let me ask you a question, Sparkster. If you guess the word, what happens? That's right. Stream ends, right, chat? If the word had been guessed, oh, I don't know, wouldn't stream be over?
Dark
Oh my
soul.
God.
The Skyfather Gwyn feared
cannot.
humanity's immortality, and
I
so
cannot.
sealed their dark souls within them. But as humanity reproduced, the dark soul collectively grew, and the first
Chat,
flame
just give up,
waned.
just give up,
Turns out
chat.
humans were naturally undying, or according to the gods' propaganda,
Chat, if you give up now, I'll add 1 minute.
undead.
1 minute,
It's
chat.
all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie.
Linking the fire means
It kind of is,
using
actually.
your very soul as fuel
Waste your
to
time,
keep
chat.
the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the dark soul
Including
to
just
keep
keep
the
coming
age of the
back over
gods
and over and
going.
over and over and
So you're
over.
a pawn in a game played by decrepit gods desperately clinging to power. Well,
Yep.
that's a huge bummer.
They might look like a depressed California raisin, but in order to link
They
the
do look
flame,
like a
their soul
raisin, that's
needs
so
to be
true.
strong enough to maintain the whole universe.
They
and the
actually do
flow of
look like a
time
raisin,
for
that's so
another
funny.
1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift enough to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach them, they'd be reacting and moving at over 20% the speed of light.
At the end of their
Oh,
quest,
crap,
they
I didn't even
faced
know
down
that.
And defeated Gwyn, the
Oh, wait,
Lord.
chat. Wait. We have to talk about the ultimate Dark Souls move, parrying. The other guy can just like throw anything, you can just parry it. Parrying
The
is
cinder,
broken in
long
Dark
hollowed
Souls
from
1.
linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the current age,
Who could guess,
or
critical,
let it
but nope.
fade until only dark remains?
This is the
Dark Souls
biggest
players
bummer
are
of
built
them all.
different.
Truth is, it never mattered. The
I'm
cycle
built
just
different.
continues age after age with new heroes replacing the old ones until the chosen undead was long forgotten.
Until the infinite march of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy
I'd say
ending.
that's Dark
It
Souls
didn't
2
exist. It
and
was
3
about
though.
the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
That's kind of the lesson of Dark Souls in general. Don't stop, you know, like you keep going and going and going. It's not cinema coom rolls.
Hey, you're finally awake.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the frosty
Has
Viking
nothing to do with
paradise
cinnamon
of
rolls, how about that?
Skyrim. Visit the quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throat of the world. Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach.
So you're finally
what's that in
awake.
the sky? Why, it's Macho Man Randy Savage. No,
Wait, what the
it's
fuck?
The tank engine.
No, that is a dragon.
Skyrim mods
But
go
not
hard
just
though.
any mere drake.
Yeah,
This
Skyrim-
is
Skyrim
Alduin,
mods
the
go hard.
World Eater, and he's come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately for you, his path of
That
destruction
guy's just on
happened to
fire.
interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity imperial pigs.
They're
That'll
not
be the
seawords.
worst mistake this scaly monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its freaking soul.
That could only mean one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon.
You have the
in
power
body
of the
a Nord,
dragon.
Or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle Alduin and save the world.
Wow, so this
In their
you could be
tongue,
all
you
of
are
the
the
classes. I didn't even consider that.
Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Yeah, I didn't even
In their
consider
quest
that.
to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army, the Dragonborn became a jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin.
Yeah,
with the
as I say,
Dark
you can be
Brotherhood,
assassin, a
master
vampire,
sorcerer
so
with
many
the College
things.
of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales.
Yep, we did
a
Tuxedo,
master
it was
dragon
fun.
hunter with the
The end
blades,
was really
and a
hard.
master good boy
It was
who's a good
really,
boy,
really
that's a
hard.
good boy.
They even fought in the Skyrim Civil War on the side of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
Oh, I didn't know
The
that.
Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks.
Those elf-funded Nord
Yeah, that's actually kinda
supremacists?
wild.
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals from innocent
I don't know,
villagers by
Chad. I kind
sticking
of feel like Dark Souls characters have like a lot more going for them. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just how I feel personally. I mean, I played a little bit of Skyrim, but not a lot, so I don't know everything.
buckets over
What's
their
up, Big
heads.
Ass? How are
They can
you?
put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the Daedric princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from the plane of
Oh.
existence called
That's true.
Oblivion.
They
From
do have that.
rascally Wabbit Sheogorath, the Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that casts a completely random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
From Meridia,
I
they
forgot
received
about
the
that.
Dawnbreaker,
I
a
haven't
holy
played
sword
Skyrim
made
in
for burning
forever.
the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows
To
that can
shoot the
blot out
sun?
the sun. To cover the distance between the Earth and the sun
That
in
was
about
always
2
cool.
seconds, the arrow would have to be moving at over
Yeah, I always thought that was
250
cool, you could
times
do
the
that.
speed of light.
Except this isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text Cosmology, when you
They have
look
a-
up
they have
at
a
the
guy that's
sun,
in charge
you're
of
actually
lore.
looking into a dimension of pure magic. Confused yet? I am.
Exact
They have a
measurements
guy
here
that's
are
in charge of
difficult to
lore.
make, but
That's
if
wild.
anything, the distance should be much greater.
That's funny.
The
God!
Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells.
That got me
control
so bad.
minds,
That got
conjure
me so
weapons,
bad.
And summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers
Wait,
itself
what?
automatically over time.
Wait a
They'll never-
second. Okay, wait. Why does the Skyrim guy get summons, but the Dark Soul guy doesn't? Because the Dark Soul guy definitely has summons as well. That's not fair. That's not fair.
never truly run out of firepower.
No
But
more
as
hints,
a
chat.
Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language,
Yeah,
they
that's
can
not
manifest
fair.
their will into reality.
Like with
That's
the classic
cheating.
Fusroda, an unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week, or Soul Tear, which
No more
removes
hints,
the soul
chat.
from
No
your
more
enemy's
hints.
body and stores it in a cute gem, like so.
It describes chat, yes.
Oh. Wait, why didn't anything?
Like, how can they're all pinned in chat?
Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment. With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help. Odahviing. Dragons may look like
Oh.
scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself.
Is my
They're
pizza
the
here?
children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
I don't know if my
The
pizza's ever gonna
Dragonborn
show
is
up,
an
chat.
unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be good as new. And
That
they
is
can
true.
carry
I mean,
up
same
to
with Dark Souls, though.
150 cheeses at once. My dream.
Assuming these abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds,
I mean,
we
you
can
could
determine
just
that
drink
the
an Estus
Dragonborn can
flask,
carry
you know?
up to 10,500
Good Lord.
pounds of cheese.
That's a lot
Vampire
of
Lord
cheese.
Harkon ended
I do like
Skyrim
cheese,
Civil
though.
War
I do
and
like
defeated
cheese.
the first Dragonborn, Miraak.
And according to the book, The Guardian and the Traitor, Miraak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from Skyrim's mainland.
By comparing the size of various
Oh, this
countries
ain't
on
looking good for
Tamriel's
Dark
map,
Souls.
we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly
Yeah, this ain't looking good for
1,500
Dark
miles
Souls,
in
chat.
diameter. In order to move that much land over the course of their fight, Miraak's magical prowess must have output an energy over 300 teratons of TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
That's insane.
Not too crazy when shouts can get strong enough to shake
All right,
the
chat.
world.
Let me ask you. So we're kind of like halfway. Who do you think wins this so far? Is it the Chosen Undead or the Dragonborn? I mean, real though, it's not looking good for the Chosen Undead. They didn't talk about rings or summons or anything. So I don't know. I feel like they're missing
it
that.
wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nordheaven.
That's true. He could
and
just
put an
parry
end to the
everything. Literally, Big Lord. It could be like a giant meteor. You just parry it like it's
world
nothing.
Clear once and for all.
The epithet
Parrying is
literal.
pretty broken
By
in,
absorbing the
Dark
souls
Souls
of
1.
Skyrim's afterlife,
Yep,
Alduin
parry
was
overall.
powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's the level of
What the
unimaginable.
fuck?
the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger
Nah,
to
you can
great
just
heroes
parry it.
across its vast
Just parry it,
sprawling
it's all
history.
good.
The Nerevarine, the hero of Kvatch, all magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout
wow.
echo through the mountains and the death throes of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin.
I'm very interested to see what happens here and how they do this. I guess let's do it. Are you guys ready? Wait, did you guess the word? Let's do it. I'm ready for the battle. Are you guys ready? Everybody type 69. I don't know.
Run the data through all possibilities.
Oh my god.
It's time for
Tequila
a
definitely
death
does not know the word.
battle!
Tequila 100% does not know the word.
Go and stop this fool who would let
Ooh,
the
it's a
flame
3D battle.
burn
Let's
the
go.
age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, chosen undead.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm so excited. Yeah, this looks really, really good, chat. Yeah, just parry everything. Just parry, 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 parry. What can Skyrim guy do against that? Yeah, he just shielded the shout. The dodge rolling. I love that. Roll, 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 roll. I mean, he does get iframes, so. Not the arrow to the knee meme. Not the arrow to the what? I promise Tequila does not know the word. Wait, did he steal his souls? Yeah, I was about to say, you just keep coming back. How are you gonna stop that? Well, I guess in Skyrim you can too. That's crazy. Did he just summon a dragon? Nah, just get Solaire, you're good. Just get Solaire, you're fine. Ooh, Chocoholics. That's a good guess, but no. I promise Tequila does not know. My only worry about the Chosen Undead is that his magic isn't going to be as strong. I mean, he's got magic, but I don't think it's going to be as strong as the Skyrim guy. Yo! Did they just do the Ludwig? Did they literally just do the Ludwig? Yo, that is so cool. The Bloodborne reference. That's awesome. I love that. That's so badass. That's perfect. Why is this battle better than the entirety of Dark Souls 2? Like, legitimately, chat. This whole battle is better than Dark Souls 2. Like, seriously. Yeah, depending on which Moonlight Greatsword has different properties, too. All the Dark Souls 2 fans are very angry, but now... Oh, nice. Yeah, the anti-spell move. That's smart.
Prepare to die.
What the fuck?
Save this world, chosen warrior. Blink the fire.
Wait, what? Why is he linking the fire? What is going on? Oh, this is wild. Why is he linking the fire? What is going on, chat?
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
KO!
You die!
Oh my god, this boss is bullshit!
This debate was fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to
What
summons,
the
and magic
fuck?
that passively regenerated, as opposed to the Chosen
I say, I
Undead's
guess it's just
limited
the unrelenting
pool of
force.
magic.
Is that
Now,
why he
Silence
wins?
was a slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster too. The Chosen Undead
Right,
could
that's true,
dodge
he is
beams
really
of
fast.
light, sure, but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times that.
But none
I
of that
think this
mattered
is
if
the,
Chosen
Skyrim
Undead
guy
couldn't
one.
Stay dead.
You'd think the Dragonborn's anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution.
I don't
but
even
the
know who
undead
won.
of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy.
Right.
Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in Dark Souls can have their souls removed
Okay.
without dying.
So why didn't the Chosen Undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any Dark Souls boss.
That's what I
Wonder
thought he was gonna do.
power. The Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the Chosen Undead.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like summoning country-spanning storms with a single
Are they trying to argue that because he's so strong, it wouldn't matter how many times he came back? I don't know if I get
or
it.
defeating Mirek, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters are essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong. Gameplay alone won't give you the best
I
idea
don't
of their full
know.
power as characters.
So let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The Chosen
Okay, all right,
Undead
that's fair.
sustaining
Let's
the
see.
first flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the first flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's nothing compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the first flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power
Okay,
of souls,
all right.
and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength
Right,
to
of course,
consume
of course.
the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to Cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes of reality. Alduin was going to eat infinity.
Oh.
Multiple infinities.
In comparison, the first flame is
Oh,
powerful enough to
okay,
sustain
all right.
the universe and the flow
Well
of time.
then.
But it can't be infinite. Otherwise, it never would have faded to begin with.
And that meant the Chosen Undead just
That is
wasn't
very
powerful enough
interesting,
no matter
actually.
how many times they revive. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls. The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough to stand up to the Dragonborn's incredible skill,
I
broken
guess that's
arsenal,
fair.
and
I guess that's fair.
overwhelming power.
The Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the Dragonborn.
I think I would have liked them for them to talk about summons and ranks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would have made a big difference. But, I mean, ultimately, I do get why they decided that. They did try to keep it pretty fair. Yeah, I guess it's like enough point where you give up in Dark Souls and that's kind of it. Interesting fight. Definitely not what I expected. What do you think of that one, chat? Do you think that was fair?